We've lost more than half of the cryptocurrency space in a matter of months. Bitcoin's been down 40% just in June, and Greyscale is going to war with the SEC to get that Bitcoin ETF put through. This is going to be a doozy. Let's hop right into the charts and look at the price of Bitcoin right now. So as of right now, it is 6:39 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This video is going to drop tomorrow, but right now, Bitcoin price is about $20,065. I'm looking on CoinDesk, and basically we've lost about $800 in the market. It's been chopping sideways. If you look at the weekly time frame, it's been going from as far down as 19,000 to as far up as 22,000. In my opinion, this is going to stay like this until something actually happens. And this article I'm going to share with you guys is actually going to confirm that. Analysts say Bitcoin range consolidation is most likely until a macro catalyst emerges. Basically, until we get an ETF or until something drastic happens in the economy or really good news for Bitcoin, this is going to keep chopping sideways like it is, which is a massive opportunity for you to gobble up some Bitcoin. This article goes on to say that we've gone from $3 trillion to about $991 million in the crypto space. So we've lost more than half. If you were a millionaire, you basically only have maybe like $300,000 left to your name. Like I said in the beginning of the video, we've lost 40% in the total crypto market, which is not looking good for a lot of people, obviously, but you know, if I've said it once, I've said it 100 times, guys. You should be excited when Bitcoin price go down because you can accumulate more if you believe in the fundamentals and that it's gonna be here for a long time. You can accumulate more at these lower levels. This article goes on to say that combined with rising inflation and falling economic indicators, DXY's strength is a signal that an economic slowdown is all but inevitable, with forecasts now predicting a recession in early to mid 2023. If you take this article at face value and you understand the fundamentals of Bitcoin, you should be stacking as much money as humanly possible right now. Don't go out to eat, don't go on vacation. Take this time and think, okay, if we're gonna have a recession in 2023 and the price of Bitcoin hasn't bottomed yet, basically looking at all these analytics and forecasting the future, I can accumulate more Bitcoin next year than I can right now. So why not save as much money as possible and buy when Bitcoin is low? Let's go into the other article that says, despite worst bear market ever, Bitcoin has become more resilient, Glassstone analyst says. They go on to say, while the current bear market may be the worst on record, on-chain metrics signal that the Bitcoin BTC network is becoming increasingly resistant, said Glassstone analyst James Check during a recent interview with Cointelegraph. Basically, the lower Bitcoin's price goes, the more people hold their coins over time, obviously, because we've been here before. There's been bear markets before. We know it's going to go down and it's going to go up. People aren't being shaken out of the market as much as they used to be. People are used to these dips. There's memes about it on the internet like, oh, I'm going to go broke. I'm going to go work at McDonald's now because I lost all my Bitcoin. It's only for a matter of time. Like I said, Bitcoin is correlated to the stock market at some points during its history, right? Right now, it's really correlated to the stock market, and we're going through a recession. So obviously the price of Bitcoin is going to be down. But once the halving comes in 2024, and there's another catalyst that I expect to happen in 2024, and that's the article that we're going to talk about next, is that Greyscale is going to war with the SEC based on this article that this litigation could take at least 2 years. If you look at where we are now, we're in 2022, basically halfway through the year. Let's say this takes 2 years, 2.5 years. That puts us right on the cusp of the halving, maybe a little bit right before that. So if we get Bitcoin ETF and we get the halving at the same time, the price of Bitcoin is going to skyrocket. Add the cherry on top that we're going through a recession right now and the price of Bitcoin is slated to go down even further. This is the perfect opportunity for you guys to stack up Bitcoin. I'm going to say it in every single video until you guys actually listen to me and do what you have to do. Basically, this article goes on to say that asset management firm continues to fight for a spot ETF exchange traded fund. If you guys don't know the story already, I'll break it down for you. Greyscale has been trying to submit an ETF with the SEC for many, many months. They take weeks to answer, sometimes even months to answer, and they don't really tell them why or why not they're denying the ETF. They just basically say no. This was pretty much the last time they wanted to submit the ETF. They said, if you don't approve it, we're going to fucking court. So that's exactly what these guys are doing. And kudos to them for taking on the big guy. I mean, I wouldn't have the guts to do it because I know the power that the SEC is going to have to really go against Greyscale. But I'm glad that they're doing it. And this is exactly what Bitcoin needs, is a spot ETF for traditional investors to have the confidence to invest their money in Bitcoin. Because because right now, Bitcoin is seen as the wild, wild west. It's treated as a risk on asset, meaning when the economy goes bad and the stock market goes down, the first thing that people sell off is their risky assets, including Bitcoin. With the spot ETF, it's gonna bring regulation and it's gonna bring institutional money by the droves into the market. So like I said, if you can accumulate all your Bitcoin now, you're gonna be in a really good spot. And that leads us into our next article that says crypto needs regulation to mitigate risks, says Bitcoin and England ESEC. Basically, I don't even have to go through the entire article. It's basically what I just said. Once the Bitcoin regulation, which I know a lot of people are against, it's reasonable regulation that's gonna come to the space, that's gonna have these, it's gonna have the rules laid out and you can play inside those rules. And obviously, some of the people that are all for freedom are going to be against it. But once we can play inside those rules and we know where the lines are, that's when the people feel safe to come in and invest their money. So right now, people are investing their money, the everyday guy. People who are into tech, people who are into Bitcoin, into cryptography, into blockchain, the younger crowd, the millennials, the Gen Z. But the institutional people in their 50s, 60s, they're kind of against it because they don't know if their money is going to be safe. And rightfully so. I mean, we've seen exchanges go down. We've seen stable coins vanish out of thin air over nothing. Like, it's crazy. But when you actually look at it and take a step back and say, wow, like if we actually got regulation, how many more people would be in the market? Yeah, we would lose a little bit of, freedom to do what we want, but we're going to gain so much more on the back end. And that's what I want people to see when I talk about regulation, because I'm for regulation in the Bitcoin space. I think it's going to be a net positive. And I think a lot of people are staying away from Bitcoin because it's not regulated and they're kind of weary about it, which I don't blame them. But now is the opportunity for you guys to stack it up for when that happens, your Bitcoin's going to go up. If you want to support the channel, give this video a like. Sign up for FTX. It's the first link in the description. If you sign up for FTX and you deposit $10, you're going to get a free coin. Thank you, FTX, for allowing me to offer this opportunity for you guys. And make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on my future Bitcoin updates. I update you guys in the crypto space, what's going on, and I look forward to talking to you guys soon. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.